Her message came at 8:46 p.m. Late dinner with clients, I need to close some deals, don't wait up. The kind of line smooth enough to pass for truth, if you weren't already numb to the pattern. I stared at the screen a moment longer than I should have, not because of the lie, because of the confidence behind it. So I replied, "Enjoy the lobster. Tell Rick to check his stock portfolio." The bubble turned blue. Sent. 5 seconds. Then 10. Then, my phone lit up. Her call. Instant. Urgent. I answered without a word. All I heard first was breath. Fast. Uneven. Then her voice. Thin. Cracking at the edges. Why would you text that? What do you mean, Rick's?" A crash. A male voice in the background, not speaking, screaming, raw, panicked. She tried to muffle the phone, but the damage was done. The truth had slipped through the cracks on its own. I didn't speak, didn't need to. I simply listened as her world began to collapse under the weight of a single sentence. And for the first time in months, I felt something like peace. I hadn't meant to catch her, not at first. It started weeks ago. Little fractures in her stories. A misplaced earring. A sudden shift in perfume. A silence too heavy when she came home late. But betrayal never arrives loudly. It seeps in. Quiet. Careful. Patient. Rick had been her coworker, just the ambitious finance guy. Smiles too warm. Laughs too rehearsed. The kind of man who thought subtlety could erase guilt. I noticed the tension between them long before she realized I was looking. Still, I told myself I was imagining it, that I was tired, overthinking. I clung to denial like a lifeline. But betrayal has a scent, a rhythm, a temperature shift in a room that used to feel safe. It grows, and eventually, it demands to be seen. So I tested reality the only way I knew how. Quietly, methodically, without emotion. I checked her calendar, all work events conveniently aligning with Rick's business trips. I accessed our phone records, late-night calls, 2 minutes long, just enough for whispered plans. I placed a small AirTag, the kind she never notices, in her glove compartment. Her car kept leading back to the same upscale restaurant she claimed she couldn't afford anymore. Every detail slotted into place with surgical precision. The final layer was digital, a cloned SIM in an old phone I kept in my desk drawer. Her messages appeared there in real time, and every client dinner contained the same pattern. Rick. Always Rick. But I felt no anger, only calculation. A cold, inward turning of the gears. Betrayal was information, and information was leverage. So I waited. I watched. And when everything lined up, when the lies formed a perfect constellation, I sent one small message and let gravity take over. The evidence was undeniable. Photos, location logs, timestamps, reservations for 2 under Rick's initials. Her laugh muted over a microphone she didn't know existed. I arranged the files neatly, not printed, not dramatized, just truth, distilled. When she came home the next morning, eyes swollen and breath trembling, I was sitting at the kitchen table. I slid my phone toward her, screen unlocked, gallery open. No accusation, no raised voice, just a silent offering of facts. She scrolled. Her face drained. "Please, it's not, I didn't mean." I watched the moment she realized there was no space left to lie in. Her knees buckled, her hands shook. Her world shrank to a single silent room. I remained still, detached, composed. After all, truth doesn't require theatrics. I didn't shout, didn't insult her, didn't perform pain. I simply spoke one line. I gave Rick a friendly heads up. He won't be keeping his job. Her head snapped up. What did you do?" I held her gaze. Calm, measured. Nothing he didn't earn. The color drained from her face as the pieces clicked. The insider trading audit. The emails forwarded anonymously. The sudden freeze on his accounts. Rick's scream over the phone earlier was just the beginning. Her betrayal had cost me trust. His had cost me peace. Now they could lose each other, quietly, publicly, irrevocably. She tried to reach for me, the reflex of someone who only understands value when it's slipping away. I stepped back. For the first time, she understood distance. Real distance. Not the emotional kind she created with lies, the finality that comes when a person walks away already whole. "I'm done," I said. Simple, clear, undebatable. She broke, collapsing into the chair like a discarded truth. I walked to the door, grabbing my coat without looking back. The air outside was cold, sharp, clean. As I stepped into it, one truth settled comfortably in my chest. Some endings don't require fire, just light, and I had finally turned it on. I never waited for her to turn it off.